back from that break. It was a very, very extensive and robust discussion with the first guest on A Global Morning today, because we need to look at the economy, the growth of the economy. Where are we after the policies that came up in 2023 and down to 2024? Some persons said 2024 was one of the most challenging times the Nigerians had, but then I think it's so good that the economy is picking up a little bit. Then far away, little from the economy, let's look at the civil society movement, because as a matter of fact, sometimes you sit back at home, you enjoy so many things, you don't know who is fighting for them. Sometimes you hear things, civil society organizations, this person has been taken to court, this person has been taken to court, going where you can't go sometimes and most times. At least some of the things we'll be discussing today. So what's the impact on Nigeria's public institution? I'm talking about the civil society movement. What is their impact on Nigeria's public institution? And I have a member of the Nigerian Civil Society Organization and also a Pan-African Crusader join us on the program today in the person of Andrew Enatome. It's good to have you join us on Global Television's Global Morning today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We've not seen this year.
Absolutely.
It's really been a while. Yeah. Now, we're looking at the activities of civil society organizations and, of course, the society, the civil society, the movement. You know, it has been for a very long time, and it is still on. The movement is still on. So can you just tell us a little about the Nigerian civil society organization?
Yeah, so far it's been interesting. At least we rounded up 2024, you know, with a high expectation. At least we're able to hold the government accountable. This year we've had two off-cycle elections that we've monitored, the Edo election and the Ondo election. Of course, you know, as the Nigerian civil society, it's our responsibility to ensure that the political and democratic space too is sanitized and harmonized, you know, thereby putting the government to check and hold the government accountable within the electoral process too, making sure that it's transparent and known for the people to celebrating, you know, when to Edo, when to Ondo, and of course Anambra is still coming, so we're still going to monitor that with our agencies, you know. So far we've been calling the different government agencies where they've been falling short to ensure that, you know, they are up to maximum task, they are doing well, and ensuring that the promise they give to Nigerians, they are on it. Because the truth remains, we that are outside, that are member of the civil society, it's our responsibility to always hold the government to account, because we are the one that can speak through the power. Somebody who is sitting at the dining table with them will not have that confidence to tell government that you are not doing this right. Of course, they will shy away from the truth. But I can tell government that you promised that you're going to do so ABC. You've not done it. I can tell government that why you victimize this social person. I can tell government that you are being myopic or you are being one-sided. Those are responsibility, and I think we're doing that effectively. Although you know, across the line, our job is very risky because we travel here and there, you know, speak through the power. At times we lost our members, you know, we just have to still keep holding forth, you know, from the student unionism days, up to now, we're still holding up to the struggles, you know. And kudos to one of our members too that was victimized of recent, you know, and he's been released to, you know. But thank God so far, it's been interesting, it's been encouraging, it's been time-consuming as well, you know. We're progressing and things are moving forward, and we're still hoping that as the year is just starting, more things are going to come on board. We're going to organize more protests. Of course, you know, that's what we use for feeding, you know, what we use for tea, you know. When we enjoy doing protests, you know, when the government is not listening to us, we hit the streets straight away, you know. In a state that is having crisis, they call us to come and help and talk to the government. And when the government is ready to listen to us, we tell them, okay, let's come and stop you from traveling abroad. Since we are good at that, just write letter to embassy. There is some case we have on the table right now. We're already planning to put letters across to all the embassy that so people, so agents, so people should ban from, you should have visa ban, you know. So those are some of the things we'll be doing. It's been kind of very tasky, very demanding. You know, we don't have people, we can't take money from government, or else they will shut our mouth. So we're self-sponsored, you know. Hopefully too we have some international support, little bits just to keep us afloat. do programs to have young people trained, into leadership positions. So, and being in demand, the political parties have been on our note too as well, to see how we can interfere in their matters to help them see through the eyes of the mirror, because we can see better than they do.
Two questions I want to ask right now. You talked about the fact that some persons, you can stop them from traveling, because we've had cases in the past where they said this person is banned from traveling until this and that is being done. The civil society organizations have the power to do that.
Absolutely.
How has it been done?
We put pressure on the embassies, put pressure on the international community, ensure that, look, you must see the reason why we don't want this person to travel to this country, because he has corruption cases or he has something he has done against humanity. By the time we write a letter to the ambassador, to the embassy like 2, 3, 4 times, we copy their own country over there. You don't have choice until, because their own country policy is different from ours. So you don't have choice than to listen to us, because we are the people. Most of the they invite us for private meetings at the embassies. We hold private meetings with them. Sometimes they invite those people, those don't share their opinions. Sometimes they just listen to us when they have convention, and they tell them, okay, you have cases to answer. Maybe when you are cleared and it's on air that you've been cleared for cases, then possibly you can have a free way to travel. So there is so much behind the scene that people are not so much aware. That you see, we have a lot of good lawyers like Deji now. He's already in the judicial system, already in the chamber now. That's one of our senior guys. Some of our bosses. So today we have most of the way we've been victimized over the years. That you see, the rest are members. Today, if you arrest us, we know we have members that are lawyers that could always stand for us right now, because they pass through the same feat that we are right now. Most of us too are still going to go into the chamber to see how we can fortify the system and make it much more formidable, so that government just don't victimize, because we are the fastest and easiest people they victimize. But most of us that our voice are already becoming a household name, it's difficult for them to actually track down us and kill our voice, because we've gone too far for them. So it's only the young ones that are just coming on board that you see they can just harass us. People like Andrew, Deji, and the rest of them, they just have to leave us like that. Like the best they could do is to listen to us. But of course, they know that most of the criticisms we do, they are constructive criticisms that will move the country forward. We just don't shout at the top of our voice because we want to shout. We look at things holistically. Like there are issues, we look at the issues holistically and ensure that, okay, why is government not doing this way? But because we don't want to soil our hands, we wouldn't want the government to stain us or with any kind of, okay, there's a way they can give you something, they soil your hand, they silence your mouth. What we could do is to stay from the outside and send letters to them. And if they don't listen to us, then we'll go on the streets and protest, and they listen to their language. Of course, Student Union is always the SUG president. That's what we do. Most time we don't want to feed the students. We don't want the students to feel that the way of we've compromised their trust. So what we could do is to see how we can do protest against the institution. Most times, and sometimes the government to divide and rule among us. Which the government the Senate of the school, which is what is mostly happening. In present day government. When you leave the school setting and you're in the public space facing in real life, what happens in school cycle definitely still replicate itself in the present real life. You see government setting divide and rules among civil society members, where you have 10 different civil society groups holding meetings together to champion a particular cause. At the end of the day, before we arrive at the destination, you see some people have pulled out. So these are the divide and rules.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to ask, because we talked about the fact that you people are always on the government's neck. Yes. But some persons believe that some civil society organizations are political. Some persons will tell you we belong to this political party. They may not tell you, but the way they fight for a particular political party, you don't need to be told before you know this person belongs to this political party. So what's the relationship of civil society organizations and political affiliation?
Beautiful. Now, it's a two-way thing. You have civil society organizations that have political affiliations. You also have organizations that are neutral. Like my own agency, Africa Youth Leadership Improvement and Crime Prevention and Awareness, you could understand that what we do is to see how we can impact young people and bring them into leadership, taking them away from crime. You understand? Making them global citizens that the world and the country can be proud of. So do trainings and have partnership with other countries. Now, if you look at that doesn't have a political affiliation, because it strictly has to do with crime prevention among young people. people. You understand? Now you don't have civil society organization with political affiliation. That's what we call support group. They are civil society organization, but they are affiliated with political party, registered with the political party. They call them support group of a political party. You understand? But those same support group of a political party, they are the one that protest against the intra-party activities of the party. Like if there are things within the party that they feel is not going well, external persons will not come and protest against the party if they are not being heard. So they use their own support group, civil society organization that are support group of the party. They now protest against the party. That's why you see they say I wouldn't want to mention any. They can just say, okay, let me see, blah 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 support group. Support group, you understand? So they can use that, the name of their group as an emblem to protest in the front, in the gate of the party. Of course, they are members of the party, but they are civil society support group of the party. So that kind of a group might not be able to go and protest policies of another party, political party, but they can protest against the policies of their party, and they can as well join the mainstream civil society organization to protest against bad policies of government, even if they are opposition, because they know that those policies is not even about their political party. Now it has to do with policies that will affect the people, because when government make bad policies, it doesn't just affect only the members of the opposition, it affects even their own members. So that's what we said, the rain that falls in the good and the bad. The poverty doesn't really affect, hunger doesn't affect members of the political party alone. It affects both the political party and members of other political party. So those members of other political parties that are affiliated to other political party, whenever there are bad policies, they join affiliation with the mainstream civil society organization that doesn't have political affiliation to ensure that they fight the bad policies of government, lending their voices. But of course, you have to understand that even opposition party, what they do is constructive criticisms. That is where most of the internal civil society organization affiliated to those parties get their coming from. So they might use that orientational experience they've gotten from their party as a support group, merging it with the mainstream civil society organization, forging a way forward. So that's what we do to ensure that we hold the government accountable, not just to criticize or shout, but to give them constructive criticism in some certain area where we feel they are not doing well. It is when they are not listening to us, they will not hit the streets running. When they now want to oppress us, they will not call for support from international organization. And when those ones are not forthcoming, they will not look out for the protesters of the realm to join us and see how we can escalate it for the world to hear. So government, of course, will not want to bend their image, but they don't have to. At the end of the day, okay, what do you guys want? How do we do it? That's why sometimes you see they call us to a round table. They will not submit our files and say, okay, good, this and ABC is what we feel you're not doing well. Address this area, address this area. Of course, remember during the EndSARS, when young people were being killed, when the police were taking advantage of that uniform to marry young people, waste young destinies, you know, because we have criminal elements among them. But after the no protest, the police institution listened to us, and of course they not sanitize our agencies. But today you see that there's nothing like SARS again. All those things have been reduced, those orientation have been given to them, and everything have reversed back to the way it should be, and we're happy. If we had not done those things, a lot of young potentials would have died, because we saw through the mirror. But the bad element in the police institution were only taking advantage of the SARS to kill young people, malign young people, arrest young people because they dress or because they look good. And those young people that are so young potentials of this country. So we felt you cannot just keep on oppressing people. So we have to go to the street and ensure that our voices are being heard. Because if you don't hear, nobody will hear your voice. Same thing goes to even other intimidation from other agencies. If the minister is not working, we call him to order. If the minister is not working, we call him to order. So all these are many things that we try to do within off cycle. Sometimes we will write letters to some of these agencies and tell them that do ABC. It's only when they don't respect us, we not tell them that look, we beg us, we can take you off.
All right, and let's get to, because you said something very vital, and it took my mind to the End Bad Governance protest, where you have some persons who are anti-protest and some persons are supporting the protest. So in that case now, what do you think Nigerians will feel? What do you think they will feel if today you are in a support group, then tomorrow you are joining the other civil society organization to kick against a particular policy? You were once with them, and now, so is it not looking hypocritical. And don't you think that Nigerians will not take that as maybe somebody who is true to his good or her assignment?
Now let me give you a clue. There is practically no human being, there's practically no citizens of this country that don't indirectly have a political affiliation or political sympathy, irrespective of who you are. You might say, I don't do politics, I don't do, but the truth remains, there is an iota of political sympathy in every individual. You must have political, I like PDP, I like APC, I like Labour Party, I like ABGA, I like ANPP. And in fact, I like the way, you don't to say I like the way this government is working. You already tended towards having a feeling for that state, for that political party. That is the way we are designed as a people. Indirectly, one way or the other, it might be possible that you even have a friend who is possibly a strong member of another political party, and you have affiliation towards that person. And of course, because of that affiliation you have towards that person, you will definitely tend towards having that soft spot for that political party. So that doesn't take the fact away that when you see truth, you can't say because you now have affiliation. That's why I use the word that the rain that fall on the good fall on the bad. So if there are bad policies that the ruling government makes, because someone has political affiliation, will not stop the person from speaking truth to power. Because before you have political affiliation, you're already an individual before the political affiliation. So that right of an individual that you have, that instinct of an individual that you have, that potential, that quality that you have on the inside of you is already existing before the political affiliation. So you must have that free will to exercise it, to speak it as at when due and as at when is needed. Not just hypocritically, because most times it goes beyond and you just sit there, you just want to talk. We just don't talk. When we see things, we say things. You can't say because someone has political affiliation and another person is being victimized and being oppressed, you won't say anything again. As I am now, if I see somebody, if a case is brought to my table of somebody who is unjustly arrested, who is unjustly victimized and oppressed, what I need to do is to go to the station, meet the head of the station there. Well, how are you doing, sir? I had also case on your table, and this is the attention this is who I am, and this attention was brought to my table. The DP or the commissioner of police or the AIG or whoever will have the right to explain to me what transpired. Then I will not have to take my position. If you assist with the legal support, I'll do that. If I feel that it's a case that they are being unjustly victimized, you just need to involve other members of my civil society crew. They will take to the street and ensure that person is being released justly. So those are some of the things you do. So you don't want to say that because you not do that, you not say you got political affiliation, then someone now feel that you don't have the right to speak truth to power as at when necessary because someone is being victimized. If you do that, then everybody will be victimized. Everybody want to do political affiliation again, and the country will remain where it is. So if you don't use the giftings on the inside of you, the leadership potentials and the quality you have inside you to support the political party or to give money to the political party, then you allow your own people to keep on ruling. Instead of the righteous rule, the people reject. So definitely you won't say because you don't want anybody to tag that you have political affiliation, you not keep your mouth shut, you won't contribute to the development of the country or to the political party. Of course, you must give them your ideas and support them. Wherever you have a political party, you have a soft spot for. So this not really hypocritical, is about understanding when to talk, how to talk, and the right place to talk. Understanding when to use the authority, how to use authority, and where to use the authority. So it's all encompassing. It's just knowing what to do at the right time.
Yeah, okay, we're wrapping up now, but then one thing that I've known you for is monitoring elections. You travel a lot.
Absolutely.
You know, even during the presidential election, during the national election, you were almost everywhere in most of the states. This time, in fact, you were engrossed in Edo State, from Edo State to Osun State, and of course, the one coming off in Anambra State. So now the question is this monitoring of election, is it just to observe what happens, or you will be there to report your experience or what you've seen? Because in most cases we've seen people go to court, like I think Edo is still in court also, and a lot of others. Is it that you serve as a witness, all right, or you just observe and just publish this is what we saw in Edo State, or is just for your personal consumption?
We serve in both ways. We serve as a witness, we serve as a voice to the public too, because I have traveled around the whole 36 states. I have witnessed election in the whole 36 states. I have witnessed campaigns in the whole 36 states. Most times I will go to APC campaign in Sokoto today, go to TDP campaign in Yobe tomorrow. That is the level of sacrifice that we make. I've traveled and witnessed their campaign, their grand finale across the 36 states. We've traveled to some African countries to monitor election, to say election is being run there. Now, the essence of all these things is to see how you can contribute your quota to the country, to the development of the institution, which is the Independent Electoral Commission. Now, when we keep on telling INEC that, look, this is the feelings of the people, because INEC will not be there. The places I can deploy my network to monitor election across the local government, of course, INEC could do that, but INEC could be biased to some extent because they will want the institution need to be sanitized. So we that are members of the voice of the voiceless, we always tell INEC the way it is. We have mind saying was that INEC, your staff compromise in social local government, and this is what we saw. We have video evidence, we have pictorial evidence, we have print paper evidence. So we are feeling that, look, so next election you should do it this way. So over time we keep on speaking through the power, speaking through INEC. We are doing this. The essence of affiliation with all these institutions, the INEC institution, the police institution, other institutions, is to help them strengthen their own institution. Because by the time we give the feedback, ours is to give a feedback to them, because they are the legalized, recognized, authorized institution to oversee all these election processes. Ours is just a backup. We back up to give them feedback on what we feel they should do better. That this is the way we saw the election from this angle, because your men will always report the one that will favor them to you. But we will not report the one that will favor you to you. We will tell you the ways you don't want to hear. So that's the place of SWOT analysis. We tell you, like, look, this is the strength of this election that we monitor. This is the weakness of the election we monitor, and these are the various opportunity, and these are the possible threats that we feel you should avoid for future occurrences election. So by that we keep on telling you analysis on different election we monitor over time. So that I know, getting perfection is not something you do overnight. It's gradually. You keep on getting better until we get a dream institution of that we can call perfect institution for our glasses. It's right now we're not getting a perfect institution yet. The INEC is not yet sanitized, it's not yet perfect. The security agencies are not yet perfect. As it stands right now, the institution is still weak because they are still being compromised, even at the state level, at the local level. You see it by the state government. We will the whole local government, the whole council, we have one doesn't mean there's no other political party there. It shows that the INEC institution at that state, the independent institution at that state, is still weak. They don't have that free independent autonomy yet to conduct election where at least another political party will win councillor. So these are what we're talking about. Whereby at the state level you have 10 political parties win different local governments. We are really for us to see the day that we have to say, okay, let's assume that in Zamfara, we see APC win Zamfara, let's say Zamfara, okay, let's say they have 18 local government, we see APC win 5, PDP win 8, that's the thing, Labour Party win 2, AGBA win 1, MPP win 1. You know, spread that correctly. It will give opportunity to healthy competition and strong development of the state, because every local government and every political party want to prove a point that, look, vote for me the next time. I believe to continue to be maximally well. You optimally well. Yes, so these are some of the things we're talking about. That, look, we don't want a situation whereby the INEC as an agency will be so weak that they will be compromised, even by a sitting governor or by a president or by a senator or by anybody at the corridor of power. We want INEC as an institution to be so empowered financially, morally, authority-wise, everything that you cannot compromise in that. If the government said, I want to give you 100 billion to compromise my election, INEC, you know that it's not right to say, other billion is too small for me now. You know how much I'm making on the monthly basis from the INEC. So you don't want to compromise that standard. You do everything possible to ensure that the standard of the institution is being sanitized and is being upheld. So those are some of the things we're looking at for. Their weaknesses, we help them to look at their weaknesses, help them to screen out the bad eggs among them so that they can get the best of it. It's like what happened in Edo State. It was purely manipulated. The election was turned upside down. Almost all the things like Edo State report that election to INEC. It was open. We gave a report and look, this election in Edo State was purely turned upside down. The will of the people was turned upside down. After the election, people were moving, crying everywhere on the street of Edo State. Why? Because they felt that their mandate was stolen. And it was INEC in Edo State that was in connivance with APC as a political party. This is what I reported, all of us reported it, definitely. Of course, you know that we see things from different angles. That's the cost already. Yes, in court.
Okay, well, this stands as an allegation until the court provision.
We reported it already. But all the other organizations to keep on reporting the same thing, that look, this election was compromised. You should know that there's an alcohol of truth to it. You understand? Now, of course, the other people property to tender evidence of the compromise of the election. So these are the things we're talking about. So it's extremely important that I need to listen to us, because what happened in this was an ISO and was a disgrace to even the international community and national community. So although practically the same thing repeat itself. So we know that as we reporting all these things to INEC on a daily basis, they will keep on seeing reasons with us. That we're not just saying we don't want to say, we're saying it because we want them to be better. We want their name to be sanitized. We want their name to be purified. You know, we want people to believe in the institution. You understand? Because if we don't tell them the truth, people will not believe in them. If people don't believe in them, of what uses is their essence?
All right, Andrew. That is Andrew Natome. He is a member of Nigerian Civil Society organization, and of course we've looked at the civil society organizations, their impact in Nigeria. In fact, a lot of people got different revelations this morning. Thank you for joining us on the conversation. Time will not allow us to continue. There are so many other questions that I would have loved to ask, because if you get to that roundtable discussion, a lot happens there, and Nigerians have a lot of perception to that. Time has failed us to ask that question, and that's part of the reason. If you talk of NLC in front of Nigeria now, they say that is those days, that's now, and all of that. But then time will not permit us to say so much on the program. We hope to have you some other time so that we can talk more and enlighten Nigerians about the Nigerian civil society organizations. Many thanks for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you so much.
This is the size of the second conversation, and of course Global Morning has come to the end. We will come on your way again, same time, same station tomorrow. Don't forget that Global television is on DSTV and Star Times, DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276, and on Nicomsat, that is free to air. And the Global TV app is already on your app and iOS store. You can just go there, download it, and you can watch our broadcast from any part of the world. It's so good to have you join us on the conversation today. More conversations and more of the programs coming to you on Global Television today. Coming up next is Talk Sport on Global Television. My name is Ramsey Enoch. Have a beautiful day ahead of you. Bye-bye for now.